Heartbroken family members identified the victim as 30-year-old Shandell Harris, who was at the community center for her daughter's swimming lessons. The victim's mother also accompanied them.
30-year-old Shandell Harris was a loving mother to her 12-year-old daughter. Everything she did was for her child and her marriage. She is described by friends and family as a happy, humble, and quiet individual who had political aspirations. Shandell also had a passion for performing at spoken word and poetry events, and even considered getting back into it, but worried it would get in the way of being there for her daughter in the way she wanted to, the most important thing to her. On February 28th, Shandell made the following post on Facebook. Self-love is the best love because when you value yourself, you do not settle because you know your worth. And I firmly believe when you get to that point when you start dating and choosing friends, you will deal with people that uplift you, bring out the best in you, and will elevate you because they are a reflection of you. I feel like if I can't bring value to any type of relationship, then at that point I'm wasting my time and my presence is not needed. Sadly, Shandell was involved in a tumultuous marriage with a 45-year-old man by the name of Carl Monty Watts, who had a long criminal history that includes domestic violence, kidnapping, assault, battery, robbery, and prostitution. Just 2 days prior, a violent dispute occurred at their home where he stabbed Shandell for threatening to end their marriage. She was taken to the hospital but refused to file charges against him. Little did she know this would be a deadly mistake. Around 2 p.m. on Sunday afternoon, Shandell was attending her daughter's swimming lessons at the Michael Ann Russell Jewish Community Center on Northeast 25th Avenue in Miami-Dade. Shandell and her mother were watching her daughter from the pool deck when out of nowhere, shots rang out.
A domestic dispute turns deadly tonight. A dead and her husband is in custody. The violence unfolding at a Jewish community center in the middle of the day.
Images obtained by NBC6 show a man in handcuffs being escorted out of the Michael Ann Russell Jewish Community Center in North Miami Beach following a deadly shooting at the JCC Sunday afternoon. Miami-Dade police say a 45-year-old man killed his wife.
Sadly, Shandell was pronounced dead at the scene. Her mother, as well as her daughter, witnessed the fatal attack right before their very eyes. Although security at the Jewish Community Center is usually tight, with one way in and one way out, and required identification in order to get around the facility, Sunday swimming lessons are open to the public. It is unclear as to whether the suspect was aware of the facility's altered security measures on that day. Initially, police were unable to locate her husband, eventually finding him a short time later, hiding in a field along with the firearm. Her family members, inconsolable, distraught, and shocked, quickly assembled at the scene.
He followed her and chased her down and shot her, like an animal, like he was doing hunting.
Heartbroken family members identified the victim as 30-year-old Shandell Harris, who was at the community center for her daughter's swimming lessons. The victim's mother also accompanied them to the class, witnessing the shooting.
They're going to reassess and see what modifications they can do, if any.
Family members say Harris recently had a falling out with her husband, and police confirmed there was a history of domestic violence.
Domestic violence kills. There's resources out there. You don't have to live that kind of life.
Meantime, Harris's loved ones are left grappling with this tragedy.
Everything was for her child and for her marriage. My cousin, she's humble. She's very quiet. She's a great mother. You know, she didn't deserve this. She didn't deserve it.
She didn't deserve to die like this. She didn't deserve nothing. She was a great woman. She was even being
an excellent mom.
Her cousins say she was here with her daughter for swimming lessons. Family says Harris's husband followed her to the center and killed her. We watched distraught loved ones embrace one another. A cousin says Harris was stabbed by the suspect Saturday, but she did not report it to police. We spoke to several people who heard the shots.
Very scary. I heard a big boom, and then I saw the shooter running after someone and shooting. He had a small handgun, and then we ran.
Police said there were no other injuries and that her daughter is being cared for by relatives. I pray her family places her into therapy as soon as possible to help her heal and process this entire experience. Sadly, her life has changed forever.